Lingportal Online School presents
Why English Always Needs a Subject. If you learn English after another language, one thing may feel very strange. In English, something is always doing something, and every sentence needs a subject. Always. Even when nobody is doing anything, even when nothing is happening, even when there is no real person or thing, English still wants a subject. Why? Let's understand how English sees the world. Every English sentence needs an actor. In English, a sentence usually answers one simple question. Who does this? Or, what does this? For example, I work here. She lives in London. They finished the project. In every sentence, someone is doing something. I, she, they. This someone is called the subject. English is built around this idea. Something is always acting. Something is always responsible. That is why English does not like empty sentences. The role of it in English sentences. In some languages you can say, is raining, is cold, is late, without any subject. But in English, this is not possible. You cannot say a full sentence without a subject. You must say, it is raining, it is cold, it is late. But what is it? Is it a real thing? No. Here, it is not a real object. It is a grammatical subject. It is only there to keep the sentence complete. English needs something in the subject position. So English creates a dummy subject, a subject with no real meaning. Let's look at more examples. It is important to study. It is difficult to understand. It is nice to see you. What is it here? Not a thing, not a person. It is just a placeholder. It fills the empty space. It allows a sentence to exist. Without it, the sentence would feel broken. Important to study. Difficult to understand. These are not full sentences in English. They need a subject. So English adds it. Why there is also a subject. Now look at another structure. There is a problem. There are many people here. There was a mistake. What is there? Is it a place? Not really. In these sentences, there is not about location. It is another dummy subject. We use there when we want to say that something exists. English does not like to start with exists. It prefers there is, there are. Again, the language puts something in front. Something must stand there. A quick tip. If you want to feel this structure naturally, watch our lesson on subject-verb agreement. It will help you hear why we say there is with one thing and there are with many things. English focuses on structure, not context. In some languages, the context is very strong. You can drop words. You can leave things unsaid. People still understand you. English works differently. English prefers clear structure. It wants subject, verb, object, again and again in each sentence. Even if the subject is empty, even if it has no meaning, the structure is more important. This makes English very logical, but also very strict. A speaker must keep the subject-verb-object structure. Common learner mistakes. Because of this rule, learners often make the same mistakes. For example, is very important to practice. Looks interesting. Seems difficult. These sentences sound natural in many languages, but not in English. In English, we say, it is very important to practice. It looks interesting. It seems difficult. Another common mistake. In my city are many parks. In English, we say, there are many parks in my city. The subject cannot disappear. It must be there. Why English thinks this way? So why is English like this? Historically, English developed as a language with fixed word order. The subject position became very important. If the subject is missing, the listener feels lost and thinks, "Who is doing this? What is happening?" English wants to answer that immediately, so it never leaves the subject position empty. How this helps you speak more naturally. When you understand this rule, many things become easier. You stop translating from your language. You start thinking in English patterns. Instead of thinking, "cold today," you think, "it is cold today." Instead of, "in my city are many shops," you think, "there are many shops in my city." This makes your English sound complete, clear, natural. Remember one simple idea. In English, something is always doing something, even if that something is it, there. If you are not sure what to say, ask yourself, who is the subject here? If you cannot find one, English will use it or there. Final thought. English always needs a subject. Not because it wants to be difficult, but because it wants structure, clarity, balance. Once you accept this logic, many sentences stop feeling strange. They start feeling normal. And your English becomes calmer, more confident, and more natural. I hope you feel proud of your progress. Even small steps in English can lead to big changes.